Today we are going to see second chapter, polynomials. This topic already we had studied in 9th standard. So let us recall a few points. The first term is polynomial. An algebraic expression of the form px equals a0 plus a1x plus a2x square up to an x raised to n, in which the variables involved have non-negative integral exponents, is called a polynomial in x of degree n, where an is not equal to 0. So here you can see px is written. It shows that x is the variable we have taken. So the variables are here x, and here it is x square, x cube, x raised to 4, it goes a and x raised to n. So here x raised to n is the highest degree. It is written in the increasing order of x. This a1 is called the first term, this is the second term, third term, fourth term, like that, and this is the last term. Whereas a0 is the coefficient of constant, or we say coefficient of x raised to 0. a1 is the coefficient of x, a2 is coefficient of x square, and an is the coefficient of x raised to n. So these powers called exponents. Here it is 0, here it is 1, here it is 2, it goes on, it goes up to n. These exponents should be non-negative integral values. So these numbers should be integers and they should not be negative. Then this expression is called a polynomial. So here it is mentioned which are the terms and which are the coefficients. Next comes the degree of a polynomial. The definition states that the highest power of the variable in a polynomial is called its degree. With this example, we can understand very easily. The example taken is px equals x cube plus x raised to 25 minus 4x plus x raised to 11. You can see the exponents are here 3, here 25, here nothing is there, therefore we consider 1, and here it is 11. Among the 4 exponents, the biggest number, the highest number is 25. Therefore, degree of this polynomial is 25. So the definition says that the highest power of the variable in a polynomial. The variable is x here. Its highest power is 25. Therefore, the degree of the given polynomial is 25. Next, let us understand type of polynomials called the linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial, and so on. Linear polynomial. We understood just now what is the degree of a polynomial. If you find the degree of any polynomial is 1, we call it as linear polynomial. So a polynomial of degree 1 is called a linear polynomial. Its standard form is ax plus b, where a and b are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. For example, you can consider 5x plus 7. The variable used is x here. 5 and 7 are real numbers, and coefficient of x, this should not be 0. This can be 0, but coefficient of x here should not be 0. Next is quadratic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial, and its standard form is ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b, c are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. You can consider a polynomial 7x square plus 8x minus 4. You can see here the degree, the highest exponent is 2. Therefore, degree of the polynomial is here 2. Therefore, this is a quadratic polynomial. 7 is a real number, 8 is a real number, minus 4 is a real number, and coefficient of x square, this should not be 0, and here it is 7, which is not equal to 0. Then comes cubic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 3 is called a cubic polynomial. Its standard form is ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a, b, c, d are real numbers and a is not equal to 0. Here there are some examples which represents linear, quadratic and cubic. So we should check only the degree of the polynomial. Here it is 1, therefore it represents linear. Here the degree is 2, hence it is quadratic. Here the highest exponent is 3, therefore here it is cubic polynomial. Then comes value of a polynomial. If px is a polynomial in x and if a is a real number is given. What is that real number? A. If a is a real number, then the value obtained replacing x by a is called value of the polynomial at x equal to a. For example, we can take this polynomial, right? Here if you want to find out the value of the polynomial at x equal to 4, wherever x comes, x should be replaced by the number 4. We have to evaluate this. The answer is called value of this polynomial at x equal to 4. So here an example is taken. Px equals 5x square minus 4x plus 2. The question is find the value of px at x equal to 2. So in this polynomial, we are going to replace x by the number 2. So p2 equals 5 times 2 square minus 4 times 2 plus 2. This is evaluated. We get it is equal to 14. Therefore, value of px at x equal to 2 is 14. The next point is zeros of a polynomial. A real number a is said to be a zero of the polynomial px if pa equal to 0. The zeros and finding the value more or less they are related. Here if the answer becomes 0 here for any value, if the answer becomes 0, we call this value as the 0 of the polynomial. Therefore the remainder, this answer called remainder, the remainder should be 0, then this value is called 0 of the given polynomial. So I read again, a real number a is said to be a 0 of the polynomial px if pa equal to 0. Then comes number of zeros. Suppose if it is a linear polynomial, that is a polynomial of degree 1 has only one zero. If it is a quadratic polynomial, means degree 2, then maximum zeros will be only 2. If it is a polynomial of degree 3, then maximum 3 zeros. So a polynomial of degree n has at most, means maximum, n zeros. Then comes geometrical meaning of the zeros of a polynomial. Geometrical meaning here refers graph. If we draw the graph of any linear polynomial, we will get a straight line. We get the graph will be any straight line. The second is the graph of a quadratic polynomial is a curve of U shape called a parabola. If it is not a linear polynomial and if it is a quadratic polynomial, we will get the graph in the form of U shape, like this U shape. The name of this curve is called parabola. In this parabola, there are two types. Parabola opening upwards, this is called the parabola opening upwards, and there is a parabola opening downwards also. So when we will get opening upwards and when we will get opening downwards. So here an example is there. Minus 5x square plus 7x plus 4. If we compare this with the standard form, we will get ax square plus bx plus c. If the value of a in the given polynomial is negative, we will get a graph like this, opening downwards. Whereas if a is positive, we will get a U-shaped curve opening upwards. So Opening upwards and downwards decided by the sign of A in the standard form. So I read what I have written here. The graph of a linear polynomial is a straight line. If it is a linear polynomial and if we draw the graph, it becomes a straight line. The graph of a quadratic polynomial is a curve of U shape called a parabola. If A is positive in this, if A is positive, not to see B and C, only A should be seen, then the shape of the parabola is U, that is opening upwards. An example is given. Here A is positive, therefore U opens upwards. If A is negative in ax square plus bx plus c, the shape of the parabola is like this, opening downwards. Example is given. Here A is negative, therefore it opens downwards. There are three possibilities for the intersection of the parabola with the x-axis. If you consider a parabola and its intersection with x-axis, there exist three cases. The first case is intersecting x-axis at two distinct points, intersecting x-axis only at one point, and intersecting at no point. These are the three different cases for a parabola with the intersection of x-axis. A cubic polynomial px also may have no zeros, 1 0, 2 zeros or 3 zeros. So maximum will be 3 zeros only because it is a cubic polynomial of degree 3. The polynomial may have no zeros or only 1 zero or only 2 zeros or 3 zeros. It cannot be more than 3. Depending upon in how many points does the graph of px intersects x-axis. So when the graph is given, how to identify the number of zeros, we should check the graph intersects only x-axis, not to see y-axis, only x-axis. In how many points the given graph intersects x-axis, that gives number of zeros. We discuss exercise 2.1. It's a very light exercise. You can see in the first figure, there is a straight line. The straight line does not intersect x-axis. Therefore, here we say no zero. You can see in the second type, we have to see where the graph intersects x-axis, means the horizontal line, and the graph only we have to see. It intersects only at one point. Therefore, we say 1 0. Here, you can make out the graph intersects at 3 points. This is the first point, second point, third point. At 3 points it intersects, therefore 3 zeros. And in the fourth figure, you can see the parabola intersects x-axis at 2 points. This is the first point and this is the second point. Once again I tell you, we should see the point of intersection only with x-axis, the horizontal line. 2 points it intersects, therefore it has 2 zeros. Whereas here in the fifth case, here is the first point of intersection, this is the second point, third point, and this is the fourth point. Therefore, the graph intersects x-axis at 4 points, therefore here 4 zeros. And in the last case, it intersects in 3 points, 1, 2 and 3. Therefore, we say 3 zeros. So once again I tell you, when we find the intersection, we have to see the intersection of the graph only with x-axis, not to see y-axis.